Primary Center Y Teens. This is your old pal, Miss Wesley, with some helpful information on your Y Teens Day. I don't know when you're watching this, but I'm assuming your day starts around 11ish at the Primary Center. You're welcome to hang out in the library. I'm still still moving in. They put up a new wall and I'm under construction and stuff's everywhere, but you're still welcome. While you're here, you want to get some time to collect yourself and prep yourself for what you're going to do in the classrooms. Some of the kids know that kids are coming from the high school and they're very excited and they want to know a lot. So, one of the first things that I would do is probably prep a little bit about yourselves and Y Teens, what Y Teens is, when you can be in Y Teens. Ultimately, someone has an older brother, sister, cousin, uncle, daughter, child at the high school, and they want to know if you know them. You might want to let them ask questions or limit that. Like, you're going to have to keep your eye on your time a little bit before you start your story, but they're going to want to know all about you. So, plan some sort of intro about what you want to say, maybe what grade you're in, maybe if you had one of the teachers at the primary center that they would know, a little bit about your Y teens. So, and there's paper in the printer, or grab a piece of paper, maybe write it out if you want to. Once you have that prepped, basically the situation is that we have two books. They are not long books. So that way you're not stuck reading something that's too long, maybe. They are short picture books, and we're doing a battle of the books format. So you're reading a book, reading a second book, and we're voting for our favorite. When you're doing a read aloud, you need to practice your read aloud. Your cold start is never a good one. I did not bring the read alouds home with me, which is kind of a bummer. I probably should have. So I have this high quality word list. When you're doing a read aloud, you're probably going to need to angle your body because your face needs to be visible to your audience, but you also have to be able to see your words. When you're holding a book that is 2 pages, you can do an underhand grip with the book and the crease. So it'd be like over here, half the book, half the book. I prefer going underneath. When you're starting a book, you always want to give students a chance to, what is the name of the book? Oh, it's called the title. The person who writes the words is the author. The person who draws the pictures is the illustrator. We're working on these features of print all the time. If you had me for library, you know we talk about the birthday page, how old the book is. It's the copyright page. That's going to be on the inside. You can tell them how old it is. When you're reading the story, especially read it once before you go into any room, notice the difference from a cold read to a practiced read. They said were first friend girl, when went you, 8 bear bear I, here here too, you're there, about school with was very, better follow happen different, people trouble, terrible answer, special enough, through goes, does, question, slowly, suddenly, probably. Too fast. No inflection. Take your time. All these pages have illustrations. Give the students a chance to look at them. Here's that list again. Practicing. Said they where? First friend girl. When went you? 8. CC. Bear bear. I. Here here. 2. Your. There. Thereabout. School with was. Could what vary? Better follow happen. Different people trouble. Terrible answer. Special enough. Through go does question. Slowly, sudden, probably. Still kind of fast, but now you have a story, and all of those were just spelling words. Once you have your pacing and your inflection. Maybe you even want to take time in the story to stop. Maybe where it was said bear, bear, you want to ask, bear, bear, I wonder why he's bear. Something like that. If you have 8, 8, maybe you're counting the 8. Take a moment to examine the picture book. Even if the picture book feels long, most of these books only track about 5 to 7 minutes, and that's with questions. If you feel like kids are getting off track with the questions, simply redirect them back, maybe get their attention back on the main character of the story. Oh, let's see what he does. Turn the page and get back into it. Most sessions at the primary schedule, the center, are scheduled for a longer time. So feel free to take your time. The teachers have you scheduled in spots where if you end early, it's okay. And if you go too long, it's okay too. You're in like their writing block. So they're just going to pick up where they left off in writing, or you're around other activities. If you have downtime, and you might because your first stop at the primary center is actually kindergarten recess. So that's going to be kind of tricky. But it starts at about noon. So if you have time after you're reviewing your books, if you want to make a bulletin board, and I guess bulletin board is kind of a rough thing because at the primary center, there aren't bulletin boards. It's like a wall. So if you'd like to make a wall outside the library with our Battle of the Books things, there are the printout of the covers. There are color printout of the covers that are battling. Um, Mrs. Kreischer, the secretary, you should have met her when you came in, or you will meet her when you come in whenever you're watching this. She is the paper cart. There's a die cut machine if you want to make letters, if you want to be creative. If you're feeling kind of nervous or you don't have that much downtime or you don't feel like doing it, that's okay. I'll get to it eventually. I'm in no hurry, but it's something if you have a lot of time and you feel like creative and you want to do it, that's cool too. Around noon, you're going to want to go downstairs, all the way down ground floor, and you'll be in the gym for kindergarten recess. Take your books with you. And I even have the ballot voting sheets, and there's a pencil box, so you can take that too for kindergarten recess. Kindergarten was kind of hesitant to sign up for times over their recess because our kindergartners really need to play. Now, some of them might want to listen to a story or they'll be excited to see you. Yay, hooray. And you can do a story in the corner of the gym, or if you want to take them out in the hall because it might be a little more quiet in there to read a story, you can. If our kindergartners seem too rammy and they just can't seem to do it, just relax, have fun. Play with kindergarten, make up a game, play tag, play cars, teach them something that Mr. Stump taught you eons ago in gym class. Have fun and just build relationships and be with them. If you don't think you're very cool, believe me, to kindergartners, you are very, very cool. And this is very exciting for them. This is a chance for you to be a positive influence. This is a chance for you to be a friend to somebody in kindergarten who doesn't have many friends. And you could make some successes here today. So even if the story doesn't get done in kindergarten recess, don't worry. It was worth a try. If they end up loving the story and they want to go hear the story in the hall, do it. And if not, just have fun where you are. Your second trip is going to take you to two separate places. One group is going to go over into Mrs. Fangman's room. You're going to have to go back up to the second floor, which is the office floor. You're going to have to go the other side of the horseshoe, which is first grade, to Mrs. Fangman's room. And another group's going to go to Mrs. Lebo's room. Story, vote. You won't probably have time to switch. So one group go to one room, one group go to the other. After that, you're going down into the second grade hall. In second grade, they said they would do whatever you had time for. So if two get to go to two rooms and two go to other and it's time to go, that will work just fine. You're in their writing block, and I believe you're only there for about 30 minutes. So it might be just each person reads their story, they vote, and that might be all you have time for. But thanks for coming. I hope it was fun. I hope we get to do this in the future. So if you think of things like, oh, we should have done this or we could have done that, keep it in mind so that we can build this program more for next year. I hope to see you. I will be down at the primary center maybe around 1 o'clock till about 3. If I don't, have a great day. Have fun. Just remember that you're really, really cool and build relationships with the students. Have a great day.